Hi everyone. If you haven't noticed, I recently decided to try to grow a beard. Clearly, it's not working out. I hate it. It drives me crazy, so it's gotta go. Be right back. Whoa, that's even worse. Be right back. Whew, that's more like it.
Hi everyone. Finally got some snow. Not a whole lot. Honestly, it doesn't need to be shoveled. Mainly I just do it for the dog. She's kind of tiny and I don't like all this snow in her fur. Plus, I don't mind shoveling. It will melt probably by tomorrow. We're forecasted to get, +2 or around 34 in Fahrenheit. But mainly, I kind of wanted to test out my new wireless microphone just to see how well it works from a distance and to see if it blocks any of the wind. Although we don't have a whole lot of wind today, but. In regards to snow removal, while I'm at it, I've got a couple different ways of dealing with it. I do have, of course, a plow on my ATV when we get a big dump of snow. I've also got a snow blower, which I do use sometimes if we get a good, maybe 4 to 6 inches of snow. I don't mind shoveling, but at the same time, I'm not a young man. If you got the equipment to clean it up, why not? But usually, I just use a good old-fashioned shovel. That being said, I'm one of those people, let's say we're going to get 6 inches of snow. I would rather shovel that snow 2 inches at a time. Saying I'd rather shovel 2 inches 3 times than 6 inches 1 time. So I don't mind pushing the shovel around. It's good exercise, especially if it's not that heavy wet stuff, which unfortunately is what we get normally around here. But on occasion we'll get that light fluffy stuff. In fact, I've got a leaf blower that tends to work pretty good for that. But this is what I do to remove the snow, depending on how much we get and how much time I've got on my hands and how much we're going to get in addition. Hi everyone. It's actually Thanksgiving morning, which is of course just another day here in Lithuania, but back in the US, I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. As you can see, and as mentioned in a previous clip, we finally got some measurable snow. Not a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. Beautiful morning. I'm just out for a walk. And last week, we actually did have a bit of snow flurries mixed with sleet. Of course, nothing stuck on the ground, but we've had a kind of a wintry mix. This is just the first measurable snow we've had. This week actually, it's been, I won't say cold, but winter-like. We didn't get above freezing all week until right now. I think it's +1 right now. So a lot of the ponds and other standing water has got a couple of inches of ice on it. Who knows if that will stick around. The forecast for the next couple days, it's a little bit above freezing, so this snow will certainly melt, and we'll see what we can get. The good news is the weather forecast around here generally isn't very accurate, so something could change. As you all know, I do love winter. I'd love to have some snow and some cold. They actually did get a bit more snow in the middle and eastern parts of Lithuania. So who knows, it's only November, late November. 2 years ago, at about exactly the same time, my wife and I had gone to Italy for a little vacation. We got back and could barely get into our driveway. There was so much snow. So you just never know. And while I'm out for a walk, there are a few things I wanted to chat about. One, these walks that I take on a lot of my videos, I don't do them for the sake of the channel. I'm a walker. I've always enjoyed walking. I walk whether I got a YouTube channel or a camera, regardless. So don't think that this is being forced. Also, my last video, which if any of you saw, was a bit about YouTube and my channel. And the fact that I had changed my channel name, used to be An American in Lithuania. Now I just call it Simple. Life is Good. And the reason for that is I definitely wanted to have reference to the word simple in my channel name, because my life and my channel is all about keeping things as simple as possible in this crazy world. But I didn't want to copy other channels. One of my favorite channels is called Simple Living Alaska. By the way, their life is not simple at all. But so I thought long and hard about it, and there's that old expression or joke that life is good. I say that a lot. My daughter and son-in-law get a kick out of it. So I decided to go with simple. Life is good. Not simple life is good, if you get the reference, but we'll see how it works. But it kind of explains my channel a little better. And kind of on that topic, I realize that my channel is definitely not going to give you an adrenaline rush. It's not going to give you a load of laughs. You might get a chuckle every once in a while, but my channel is just that. It's simple. So if it's a Friday night and you're looking for a big adrenaline rush or a lot of laughs, my video or my channel probably isn't the one for you. But if it's a Saturday or Sunday afternoon and you want something to just relax, flip my channel on. I guarantee it'll calm your nerves. I think that's it for now. If I think of anything else, I'll add it later. But thanks again for clicking on the video, and to the handful of subscribers that I do have, thank you. I shouldn't say handful. I'm pushing, I think, 60 subscribers now, which is more than I ever dreamed I would get. So thanks again. We'll talk to you soon. And yes, they do have rednecks here in Lithuania. Rednecks, of which I consider myself a redneck, cannot resist doing donuts. So I took myself to the groomer by shaving off my beard. Now it's Pippa's turn. Pippa's gonna go to the groomer today and get that hair cut. Okay. And there's Pippa, all looking very beautiful. And while I'm sitting here waiting for Pippa to finish up at the groomers, I figured I'd take a minute or two to talk about these apartment buildings that you see everywhere in Lithuania and generally over Eastern Europe in the former Soviet blocs. Obviously they were built during Soviet times. They all pretty much look the same and are built the same. They don't look very much from the outside, rather dreary. But if you look a little closer, most of them have all modern windows on the outside, efficient windows. And if you go on the inside of the buildings, most of the apartments have been modernized and are quite nice. They just look a little dreary from the outside. I suspect these buildings will be around for many years to come. In fact, my wife and I own an apartment in a similar type building in Klaipėda. We just rent it out, and who knows, maybe we'll keep it forever and hand it down to our daughter, or who knows, maybe we'll sell it and do something with it. But for right now, we have an apartment in a building very similar to this in Klaipėda. And there you have it. Thanksgiving dinner for me. don't feel bad for me. This will actually be a nice treat. My wife is not here today, so there's no point in me trying to fix a Thanksgiving dinner, and I love pizza, so bon appetit. Homemade sauerkraut. It's a slightly different variation of probably what Americans are used to. There's no vinegar. Obviously, it's mostly cabbage. You can see some carrots in there, but also caraway seeds and cranberries. And basically, it just sits in this jar for, I don't know, a week or so at room temperature, and it ferments. And every once in a while, once a day or twice a day, you kind of poke some holes in it to release some of the air bubbles, but it's about ready to be moved to the garage and should last us months and months. A very delicious thing. In case you're curious, the local language, they call this kopustas.